My name is Aaliyah Carter, and I will be sharing with you my electronic portfolio. This is currently the fall 2020 semester, and my concentration is in 4 through 8 English language arts and reading. Teaching philosophy. Teaching should primarily focus on the content that students need in order to perform successfully, whether in or out of the classroom. This can promote positive things in a student, no matter which grade level they venture into. If my students are learning and understanding what I am teaching them, then I believe I am fulfilling my purpose. My job is to prepare my students to achieve anything. Being a positive teacher can help students with behavioral problems, change their outlook on life, and also help develop a desire to enjoy school. My future goals include pursuing my master's in educational leadership, and soon one day owning an all-girls private school. Research hypothesis. If students are able to summarize reading by using a maximum of 20 words, then they will be more likely to gain the necessary skills to synthesize and explain literary elements of the text. Here I have listed my supporting research. When choosing the strategy that I best wanted to use to serve my students for this assignment, I did a little bit of research as to what were the benefits of this strategy and what other educators thought. The strategy used was the 20-word gist. The 20-word gist requires students to focus on the who, what, where, when, why, and how. Students are then to use that information to create a summary of what was read, using only 20 words. A benefit for this strategy that I noticed is that it requires students to focus on the main information of the story, and they will be more likely to get a multiple choice question correct if they are able to summarize it within 20 words. So for my pre-assessment, students participated in an oral assessment by having open discussion on their favorite movie or book and were instructed to provide a summary of the book. Students displayed poor summarizing skills. So if you look over to the right, you'll notice that I inserted a few screenshots of the conversations that we have within the class. With us still being virtual due to the pandemic, I like to instruct the students to utilize the chat box if they are not eager to speak or turn on their camera. If you look, you can notice a student decided to discuss Caroline was her favorite movie. She says it was about a girl who found a portal to a different world. Now, this is okay considering I did give them limited information as to what a summary should be. I did not specify a certain word count. I kind of just wanted to see where they stood as far as being able to summarize. Post-assessment. Students were asked to provide a summary from the story using the 20-word gist strategy. Many students showed improvement in presenting the main idea. So, with being online, I will be honest, I did face a few challenges with getting students to fully participate, considering that we cannot make them participate. However, I did notice a response from one of the students in our class. She had read a story and she was able to summarize it. It was about an 8th grade girl named Martha. And if you look over to the right, that was in period 2. And you can see that out of, her classmates, she really took the time to really summarize the story. My findings. Initially, students did struggle with paraphrasing and summarizing information within the text. I noticed students focused on extra information in the story and neglected to bring attention to the relevant details. After gaining understanding of the 20-word gist strategy, I did see improvements in the students' ability to recall important details, retell events in chronological order, and show understanding of literary elements. Instructional planning. Teacher demonstrates their understanding of instructional planning and delivery by providing standards-based, data-driven, differentiated instruction that engages students, makes appropriate use of technology, and make learning relevant for for today's learners. So I have inserted in a hyperlink. You are able to click that link, and it will take you directly to my unit plan. This unit plan I included because it shows that I have gained a demonstration on how to make instructional planning for my students, and I will allow you to view that. Knowledge of students and student learning. Teachers work to ensure high levels of learning, social emotional development, and achievement outcomes for all students, taking into consideration each student's educational and developmental backgrounds and focusing on each student's needs. So I decided to include some information about the demographics of the students at DD Middle School. The students at DD Middle School are 89% free and reduced lunch eligible, and only 11% out of the school are not eligible. Eligibility goes based off of the income made in the home. If you look over to the right, you'll notice that the ethnicity at DD stands at 98% Hispanic, 1% Black, and 1% white. And there are no findings of any other races at DD. So when you take into consideration the background of the student, I was able to realize that I would be focusing with a lot of ESL and ELL learners. So that was something that I had to take account when preparing my lesson for the 20-word GIST strategy. Content, knowledge, and expertise. Teachers exhibit a comprehensive understanding of their content, discipline, and related pedagogy as demonstrated through the quality of the design and execution of lessons and their ability to match objectives and activities to relevant state standards. So I decided to incorporate my content exam, which I passed with a 258. And I also incorporated my my 240 exam scores for the English Language Arts and Reading section, which I scored a 98% overall. The learning environment. Teachers interact with students in respectful ways at all times. Maintaining a physically and emotionally safe, supportive learning environment that is characterized by efficient and effective routines. Clear expectations for student behavior and organization that maximizes student learning. So, with most of my student teaching being virtual at DD Middle School, I decided to just take a few pictures of what the classroom looks like virtually. If you can look over into your left bottom corner, you'll see Miss Irizarry has her class period set up with an avatar specifying which period is for that day. And if you look over to the right, I've incorporated just chats within the classroom. A student, she noticed that I had made a mistake. So she put, "Miss, the summary you made for the scholarship jacket is 16 words. So instead of me utilizing 20, I utilized 16, and she did catch me on it. So we actively participate with each other, and we do learn from each other. Standard 5, data-driven practice. Teachers use formal and informal methods to assess student growth aligned to instructional goals and course objectives, and regularly review and analyze multiple sources of data to measure student progress and adjust instructional strategies and content delivery as needed. So for this, I included I included a PLC that I attended, and I just kind of took a snapshot of that. Standard 6, professional practices and responsibilities. Teachers consistently hold themselves to a high standard for individual development, pursue leadership opportunities, collaborate with other educational professionals, communicate regularly with stakeholders, maintain professional relationships, comply with all campus and school district policies, and conduct themselves ethically and with integrity. So for this portion, I included an assignment that I had with Dr. Todd over the summer, which is about effective communication within the school. And for this assignment, I was instructed to draft an email to an angry parent. I also included my grade that I got for that assignment, which was full points, and I included the comment that Dr. Todd left behind just to further prove that I did well in that area. He said great responses and app suggestions. On the left bottom corner, I included some stats through my PPR on 240. So you will see that I have 100% in materials, 100% on the flashcards, 98% on overall quizzes, and my practice test for the PPR, I scored a 95. Final overall reflections. This semester has shown me that preparation is the ultimate key to success. If you do not plan to succeed, you prepare to fail. Participating in student teaching during a pandemic allowed me to challenge the way I approach teaching and lesson planning. I have acquired new knowledge of differentiated instruction for virtual learning and how to better serve my students no matter the educational setting. That is my educational portfolio. My name is Aaliyah Carter. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.